Oh, what?
The fuck?
Why?
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. It's the Barnes, Tony, and Renee from the Couch Show today.
Oh, Renee.
We have Mark Messier in the house. How are you, sir?
What's up, guys? I'm doing great. Great morning, good breakfast. Need a good meal to start off the day correctly today. Big game 5, Renee. As they say, And I'm totally stoked and excited to be here with you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely. But you know what we have to start with?
Uh-oh.
Some breaking news.
Oh, no, dude.
The PGA Tour has suspended all players taking part in the first LIV golf tournament, saying that they will be removed from the FedEx Cup standings and not be eligible to play in tour events or the President's Cup. So that obviously includes Dustin Johnson, Sergio Garcia, Lee Westwood, not to mention a bunch of other notable names. And the LIV, which is getting underway today, their commissioner, Greg Norman, former major champion, has said he will help them fight the PGA Tour legally. So time will tell how this one works out. And I mean, I guess in a way, it's not a major surprise base because they had kind of alluded to this to begin with. But I think some of us were just a little uncertain, about them not wanting to lose these big names, that maybe they would find some common ground. But at least for now, Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Graham McDowell, Charles Schwartzel, and our guy, Tony, Luis Oosthuizen, will not be eligible for PGA Tour events. But as we mentioned yesterday, that does not include the major championships since they are not owned by the PGA Tour.
So, I mean, you mentioned that they were talking about fighting the PGA Tour legally. Yeah. I mean, what type of legal precedent do they have to fight with?
I mean, really, the way that golf has always operated. I mean, I guess you've technically had to have a waiver to play in events that were overseas and part of different tours, but they've always allowed them to do it. So I don't know if that's a precedent. And then the fact that like some guy like Phil Mickelson, has earned a lifetime exemption just based on his major championships and stuff, just like Tiger, obviously, on the PGA Tour. So how they can take that away. But then again, it's like, they're a private organization.
Yeah.
They should be able to do whatever they want. But I don't know. I guess it's like, so the reason that they're doing this, I think when it comes down to it, is they don't want to lose any of these guys. But I guess they feel if they don't do this, pretty much sooner than later, all of these big names are going to be playing in the LIV. And then you're going to have a bunch of big PGA Tour events that would normally have all top names, have guys from the Korn Ferry Tour. So I think that's the reason. Then they feel like, well, if we make this statement now, that'll prevent a mass exodus. And there's going to be a lot of guys like Rory McIlroy and Tiger Woods, of course, that are concerned that making such a move would be very risky, because what happens if in a year or so this thing strokes, or there's some controversy, some sketchy stuff going on, and then these guys aren't allowed to play on the PGA Tour. But then it still comes back to, at the end of the day, why would the PGA Tour not want these guys back? I mean, just for morality, but it's like, it's a sport that needs more attention, more buzz. So by banning these guys, it takes some of that away.
Yeah, I think so for sure. And I feel like, again, like, we talked about this Saudi league and how it's really not going to have much life in the long run, I feel. And the PGA, I feel like by banning these players are almost giving it more life. People are like, oh my God, like players got banned, like they're still playing in the Saudi league. Like this, I feel like they're creating more buzz around the Saudi league itself by doing this. And also, I mean, clearly they feel threatened, right, from these guys leaving and from the Saudi league. But again, I mean, I really feel like those guys would be coming back to the PGA anyway. So,
yeah, and that's what I was kind of gonna allude to. Is that's my take that somehow, some way, everything will end up going back to the way it was because they're gonna run out of money. I mean, you can't just hand guys hundreds of millions of dollars and then say, oh, they don't have to do all of the events and like they get paid even if they finish last. Like, I just feel like it's just not a sustainable product.
no.
So I mean, it'll be interesting. This thing is already underway, of course, like we mentioned yesterday. No way to find it on TV. Have to stream it, on Facebook or whatnot. And also underway right now is the RBC Canadian Open over in St. George's Golf and Country Club in Toronto.
Toronto,
so
huh?
this is a tournament that hasn't been hosted the last couple of years due to COVID. So when they did last play, Rory McIlroy did win that tournament. So technically speaking, he's the defending champion.
What's the weather like right now in Toronto?
Geez, they always show this. I don't know why I'm not. I want to look this up. I'm gonna look it up, and we'll give you guys updates. Right now, Rory though 2 under through 11, but Matt Fitzpatrick 3 shots up on him, leading the tournament 5 under par through 11. So it looks like they actually might be playing in the same group. And then just before we wrap up this conversation, just for Tony's sake, I just want to see weather right now. Toronto, Canada, usually cold in the winter, summer, some decent weather. But right now, 59 degrees, might have some rain, 1, 2 o'clock, as well as 6 and 7. So, but not too high of a percentage. So I think they'll be okay. But basically, the temperature right now tops out around 75, goes down to about 60. The icing on the case. And I think that is, the icing on the case, Tony. And, I know we didn't really take a look at this tournament, but like I mentioned the other day, U.S. Open next week. So, we're going to be talking about that. And I can't wait. Honestly, I mean, I don't know how else to put it any other way. John Rahm, the defending U.S. Open champion, always a fan favorite of Tony. Where's Michael for this golf conversation?
I know honestly,
he loves it, dude. I can't hold it together when he talks about just me talking about golf and watching it. It's just hilarious. The way he phrases it is just so funny.
Dude, speaking of golf too, have you ever been to that par 3 course in South Pine?
I've never been there. I think I forgot what the name of it is, but I've never been there. I've just played at the other one in Fairfield, Smith Richardson. Definitely a nice course, and I think I mentioned this to you about how Boca's there overlooking the 18th green. So might be a future site for us. We're overdue for a round, Tony. I mean, you haven't played it all this year, right?
Oh my God, no. And I was talking to Jay about it. Actually, I told him about the place on South Pine.
Yeah.
Quick 9, dude.
Let's go 9 on a full course, though. I mean, come on. We're playing a par 3. I mean, why don't we have a putting contest, Tony?
Okay, I'll do that too, bro.
Nah, I'm just kind of messing with you.
Just saying it's cheap, quick, easy. Mike will be all about it. Get the crew.
I honestly would rather pay for everybody and just go to a regulation course, honestly, than go to a par 3. I want to hit my driver. Don't you want to hit your driver? No?
Yeah, of course.
You like hitting a driver.
Yeah,
so we're going to 100-yard hole? Yeah, I'll pull out the driver.
Yeah, probably. I'll shoot it for the next hole.
Longest drive from you on the course ever.
On the course?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just if you had to guess, I mean, 250, 300.
I would say maybe 240.
Yeah,
maybe.
And you were pumped.
Yeah, of course, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get something together. I mean, we know we have a Yankee game to go to down the road, and I guess
we also have a Mets game to go to.
Where are we?
I don't know. You insisted on going to the Subway Series, rather.
Right. No. That's for my part of the bet. But you're responsible for scheduling this Mets game, no?
Oh, I thought we decided to do the Subway Series.
Oh, we're just gonna group it as one at Yankee Stadium. No. You're saying both legs of the Subway Series. That's what you're saying? That's what you mean?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll change my mind. I don't know yet. I thought we decided on a game.
Well, no. I mean, for mine, that was definitely for the
Right.
Subway Series.
Subway
and that's
Series.
Yankee Stadium.
Okay.
And I think August, and I think the one at Cities in July is.
No, it's August and September, I think. No, it is. It's July 27th and then like August, whatever.
21st and 22nd.
Yeah.
So let's just go one game of both.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see this, that. I mean, what's the issue here, Tony?
Well, I'm going to look at the schedule for the Mets, and I think it'd be cool to go to a non-Subway Series.
No, the only reason you want to do that is because you want to see me suffer in the stands. That's all it is. Just admit it.
Oh, yeah, and also, I mean, there's so much hype for the Yankees, whatever, and then you have to deal with the Yankee fans. It's so fucking crowded everywhere.
What I'm saying is, I don't care if we have to tie you down to a chair. You're going to Yankees Mets at the stadium.
Oh, yes.
Wearing the Piazza jersey.
Wear whatever Mets jersey you want, dude.
All right. I want you to be exposed to that atmosphere.
Yeah, whatever you want, dude.
All right. Just making sure.
I'm not gonna wear a Yankees jersey.
All right. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
We're
dude.
already talking about baseball. Let's just go to the world of Major League Baseball.
2-2, he got him swinging. The back-to-back strikeouts for Robbie Ray.
There's damage right there. Shohei, way, Cy-Yo, nada, where did that land?
Stuck to Chapman, who leaps up and grabs it.
Story spins and fires, out at first. There it goes, see ya. Home run, Aaron Judge.
All
right, Tony. And as it was an absolute, I'm sorry, but there's no other way to say this. It was just an absolute shit night for the New York baseball teams.
Yeah, that's true.
No other way to chalk it up. And I'll let you go first. Talk to me about, was it 13-2?
13-2, I believe. It might have been 3, actually.
7 earned over like 3 1/3.
Yeah, dude. So it was 13-2. We talked about San Diego yesterday. I had them winning this game. I think 9-3 is what I said, or something like that.
Yeah.
With some of the injuries that the Mets have occurred, Alonso, Marte, having that sort of hole in their offense and their lineup. Which was absolutely evident in obviously only scoring 2 runs, only having 5 hits. And then on top of that, yesterday I did talk about how Chris Bassett has been, although off to a really good start of the season, which was phenomenal, his ERA has been ballooning. I believe it's above a 4 now.
Which is really crazy, and I know the soundbite, but
I don't even want to play it, honestly, dude, because it really is that crazy. And it's a shame because he talked about he talked obviously about it in the post game, and he just seems so frustrated at himself. He said that I believe he used the word embarrassing about how poorly he's been playing and pitching for obviously a Mets organization that desperately needs good pitching, specifically starting pitching. And I'll get to the bullpen in a little bit, but. He has to make some drastic changes here. I'm not really sure what exactly went wrong during the season because he started out so hot, Brian, like under 2 ERA. Like he had some great starts. Obviously starting out in the 3 spot and then moving up as DeGrom got injured and then Scherzer. But I guess I don't know, maybe it's like the pressure or something like that. Because after like Scherzer got injured, it was pretty much like he pitched really poorly, dude. So I don't know if not having those 2 other pitchers around has kind of changed his mindset a little bit, but his location is not there. He's I don't know. He's not pitching smart. Just looking at his line here, 6 Ks, which is actually pretty good for 3 1/3 innings, but 7 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 walks. Obviously getting hit up upon and then, trying to pitch around some batters as well, but ended up walking them. It's kind of tough to see that crumble so early. And then, of course, I think it's starting to seem like we have some holes in our bullpen as well. With Joey Rodriguez giving up 2. Nagasek giving up another 2 out of the bullpen. And then, the past couple of days, our bullpen really hasn't done well. A few days ago, you saw Lugo kind of blow it in the 9th as well. I don't know. It's tough. Seemingly only the guys that have our bullpen are like Diaz and Shreve.
Do you think everybody's worn out? Is that why?
I mean, it's definitely something to take into consideration because, you've had these bad starts from Bassett where the bullpen comes in. You've had bad starts from Williams where the bullpen comes in, from Peterson where the bullpen comes in. And it's tough. It's been like that for a while. So I personally do think that that definitely plays a factor. However, some of these guys like Ottavino has been known to not pitch very well. Rodriguez hasn't been known to pitch very well either. Like I feel like the fact that they're being used so much is kind of highlighting their weaknesses. But regardless, I still feel like this bullpen isn't really that strong to begin with.
And are you saying that you almost feel like this offseason they didn't do a good enough job of bringing in high quality relievers, and that's really the biggest issue here?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I mean, like I said, Ottavino, last year for the Red Sox, didn't really pitch that well.
Yeah, started out
great. Yeah, didn't pitch. Trading away Castro for Jolie.
In Castro, I've seen the other side of Castro. However,
but still
better than Jolie.
Better than Jolie. He gets behind the ball way better. He's got some nice zip on the ball.
Yeah, when he's dialed in. He's good.
Yeah, dude, it's really impressive. Some of the stuff he could have, and a couple bad moves I feel with their bullpen, and maybe not really having that as a focus. Could kind of hurt the team, I feel like, and it's hurting them right now for sure. Like I said, not having DeGrom and Scherzer and the starters not performing well, forcing the bullpen to be used, deep into games, early on from games as well, is definitely accentuating their issues. But in reality, I just think this bullpen isn't really that great.
And the tough part is, they'll definitely be in play for some relievers
come
trade deadline, but that's the whole key. Come trade deadline time, which is pretty far away. Almost 2 months. 7 weeks. So they're going to have to work with, what they have. And I'm sure once Scherzer and DeGrom come back, that'll lighten the load on the bullpen. Do we have any updated timeline there?
DeGrom should be coming back within the next 2 weeks, end of June.
So he's going to beat Scherzer.
He's going to beat Scherzer. He's been traveling with the team already.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's looking pretty good so far.
And then what about Scherzer?
First week in July.
Okay. So I would imagine then, I would think by next week, DeGrom should be pitching in some type of rehabilitation game or no?
Yeah, the simulated game or something. Yeah, definitely.
So you must be pumped about that, no?
Stoked, a little nervous,
Oh, yeah, but like he's back and then
it's like soreness of the shoulder.
Wow, Tony. I think you're a little bitter about DeGrom now.
Yeah, dude. Like, what the fuck, dude?
It's this. It's that. Yep. Believe me, I get it. It's frustrating. But the good news is, like I was mentioning, in terms of the pen, I'm just kind of looking at standings here and everything. I think there's going to be a lot of guys available. Just some teams, like, for instance, the Royals, they got their closer, Scott Barlow. Hasn't got too many save opportunities. Live arm, I'm sure he'll be available. You look at Detroit, and I know they were supposed to take a step forward here, but they're already 9 games back. 10 under 500. I could see them trading both Soto and Fulmer. Fulmer, the former Met prospect, who was actually, coincidentally enough, traded for Yoenis Cespedes back in the day. So that would be a story, and I could definitely see the Mets doing that with Fulmer.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Especially, give him a nice second chance after Cespedes, dude.
He had his moments, though.
He had, yes, he had some good moments, but, the way he went out, dude.
If you had to point to one, was it the ranch or was it the golf?
The ranch.
He was obsessed with golf. Like, even
more
than me.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Hey, man, some people, they like it.
And then I'm just also looking on here. I mean, Colorado and Arizona, I would think will most likely be out of it. And then I mean, the way the Angels, I believe it's 14-game losing streak. And the Mets, is it tomorrow? They host the Mets, right? The Angels.
Yeah, and I believe Sunday is Syndergaard.
Cindy. Wow. Too bad that's not at Citi Field, but I
know.
think they might play them later in the season there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you think so?
We'll have to check the schedule, but with them, they fall out of it. Iglesias, that could be another target for the Mets.
Aaron Loop, maybe.
Aaron Loop, I could see him returning. And then how about Joe Barlow on Texas? He's a guy who's actually on a couple of my fantasy teams. Younger pitcher, has look at his numbers. I mean, they're pretty sound. So there's yet, another guy. So I think the point of the story is, I mean, there's going to be a lot of guys available. What if the Red Sox, I know they've been on fire recently. What if they fall out of it? Would the Mets make a play, put a attractive package for like Tanner Houck or Garrett Whitlock?
That'd be nice.
Something to keep in mind.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's still hopeful, but again, until the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Which I think will be fine, but
It's what is disappointing, and I know they've had to make some trades, but I feel like the Mets farm system is kind of in shambles, no?
Quite literally, yeah. And I know they traded away some of their better prospects, obviously,
for
Bassett,
for Lindor,
obviously for getting Lindor, for Escobar and Marte as well. We used assets, some minor league guys. But I mean, even so, like those guys weren't like, oh my God, like top 10, top 15 prospects. So I feel like our farm system already wasn't really that great, but now we have like literally nobody.
Yeah,
like no one.
At least you got that extra first
round
pick this year.
Mauricio, I think, and then some catcher or something.
That's not
like
the
that.
guy in the Yankees' brother, right?
No,
because that's Marciano.
Yeah. You can't.
But no, I mean, listen. If anybody knows the feeling, it's me. I mean, the Yankees. Other than Judge, I mean, who's the star that's come? That was drafted, played their whole minor. You know what I mean? It's been a lot of guys from outside the organization. So, I mean, it's just great when you can develop somebody, and I think it'll be tough. To do that when they're making so many deals, but if you combine, kind of making the right free agent plays, then you can kind of develop guys. But I just know, if it were me, I would just make sure that I was scouting. I mean, I think the budget for scouting and whether this is guys that are going to be eligible for the draft or guys on other teams, I would say there's no budget for scouting. I mean, there's just no excuse to have a weak scouting department.
Yeah, none at all.
But do you think even with that, just because of the complexity of reaching the major leagues and how long you have to play in the minors and whether you're coming from high school or college, it's just so difficult. So even if you have the best scouts in the world, it might not mean anything for certain players.
I mean, yeah, I suppose so. I mean, when you think about that whole process, yeah, it's long. There's definitely a lot of room for error. A lot of different things could go wrong with a prospect that could ruin his career, essentially. Not even injury, but just mentality, how you've been playing him, how he's looked. Like if he gets beat, like a pitcher gets, absolutely rocked for his first few starts in the minors, like he may be thinking, holy shit, like I don't got this.
Right.
And then it's over,
Yeah. And I think teams are getting cheap with their minor league teams.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing I wanted to, I was going to say, like, they don't get paid anything.
Right.
So for a pitcher, like for a young guy, let's say, I'm in high school, I'm in college, varsity teams. I play multiple sports. I'm playing football, I'm playing baseball.
Yeah.
I'm good enough to get drafted in either or, baseball and football. Football, I'm in pretty much already. If you're that highly touted, you're pretty much in there. Maybe a year or two, you're going to be sitting behind someone, right?
Yeah. I mean, it basically, for you to pick baseball instead, you have to be top 5 pick. The team has to tell you, listen, we want to just breeze it through the minors within a year. Then, they'll do that. But if it's like, okay, you could be a either picked in the top 2 rounds of baseball or top 2 rounds of football. And especially if you're like a quarterback or a pass rusher, you're probably going to want to go play football.
And even if you're not starting, you're sitting behind someone, you're still making a ton of money.
It's just obviously beating up your body and obviously longer career with baseball. So, but obviously so much more revenue comes into football.
Yeah,
too.
and the season, I feel like football
short.
season is shorter, way easier to play.
Yeah. So definitely an interesting debate for sure. And then, I was just going to touch, not much really to speak of here, but the Yankees did fall yesterday 8-1 in Minnesota. And, we mentioned Archer, and he actually did the job yesterday, giving them 5 innings of 2-hit ball, allowing 1 earned run. Did have the 4 walks, but they didn't come back to bite. 2 strikeouts, only throwing 70 pitches, but the bullpen went 4 scoreless after that. So, as far as Minnesota was concerned, definitely a nice victory for them. And we finally, it had been such a long time, but we finally saw the humane side of Nestor Cortez. 4 1/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 home runs allowed. And then the bullpen didn't do any favors as well. Clark Schmidt, inning and 2/3.
The icing on the case.
Icing on the case there. Inning and 2/3, 3 hits, 4 runs. Not doing them any favors. And nice, again, Manny Banuelos, Tony's favorite guy. 2 scoreless at the end.
There we go.
Game was out of reach, and just lack of offense here. You 4 hits, 4 for 28, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts, 5 left on base, and they only had runners in scoring position twice the whole game. So, it was not a good game. There's no sugarcoating that. But at the end of the day, this is a road series. You have a game tonight. You win it 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 in the regular season will get you there every day of the week. So you hope that they can rebound. And like I always talk about, you're only as good as that night's starting pitcher. Fortunately for the Yankees, Garrett Cole takes the hill. 5-1, 2.78, going against Dylan Bundy of 3-3, 5.57. And obviously, he came up with the Orioles and then was on the Angels. But has not looked great with the Twins up to this point. So listen, we'll see what happens, and we'll get to more on that game in 1 second. But I just wanted to give everybody the final results here, Tony. It was a month-long pick segment, and the numbers are in. And like I alluded to yesterday, legend seats, Yankees, Mets. Can't wait for that. But final standings, I finished 42-21. Tony, 33-30. So I guess you could say finally getting my revenge after dropping the previous 2 pick segments. But listen, I can't wait to go to a game. I know we're long overdue for it, Tony.
Oh, dude, for baseball especially, it's pretty funny because when you asked me when we would go to a baseball game, start of the season, I said June.
Here we are
in June.
But see, the one thing here doesn't mean to be a call out or anything. But me, Tony, you could just answer this question. Am I ever going to refuse to go to a baseball game? Let's just put it that way.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Absolutely not. Give me the day.
What do you mean,
Give
dude?
me the game, and we're there. So,
what day is your girlfriend's birthday?
The 22nd
of
June.
Are you going?
Going to the game?
Yeah.
Wait, what game is on the 22nd?
The Yankees are playing.
I'm confused at the question a little bit.
You asked me when.
But that's a smart aleck answer. But all I'm saying is,
if you had golf, whatever outing somewhere.
Give me a week in advance. We're there.
No, 3 days before.
Barnes,
Barnes, I got these tickets, Barnes. Do you want to go? You're going to say what to me?
Tony. Well, first of all, are they Yankee or are they Mets tickets?
They're obviously Yankee tickets.
We can move the golf around, but Mets,
So any other team, it's like, I'll go play golf.
I don't know. Hard to say.
So basically, when would you ever say no to a Yankee ticket? Really?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
But either way,
June
Tony,
22nd.
we could we could go tit for tat.
I can go all day, dude.
But either way, can we just go to a freaking game? Like, all that aside, I mean, let's just go.
We'll go, dude. Wait, her birthday's 22nd of this month?
Yeah,
Isn't your birthday coming up too?
the 19th.
No way, dude. You guys are
Father's
pretty close,
Day,
dude.
too. My birthday's
Oh,
on
that's
Father's
tough.
Day. Yeah. So we'll figure it out. But even if we need to go next month, but let's just schedule the day. And I think it's almost better schedule in advance because then it gives everybody time to make sure they're there for the game.
Yeah, it's tough to raggle the troops, dude.
Yeah, I honestly can't wait to see Renee at Yankee Stadium. I think that's going to be funny.
I think she'll be napping by the 7th inning stretch.
Have you been to a game, major league game?
I've been to the
Mets
Mets preseason game.
preseason.
Wow, here
game.
we go, Renee. All right.
Wait, was that in Florida? Oh, okay. So you went to Port St. Lucie.
Yeah,
Wow.
I took an acid at that game.
Hot sun,
I was in the shade.
shade. Okay, put you right out. You haven't been to a spring training game, right?
No, never.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those kind of similar to an NFL preseason game. The only difference is sometimes like it would actually be really exciting to go just because they'll have some of the top prospects up, for that game. That I would look forward to. But I just, when it's half the lineup or the whole AAA lineup, then it's like, I kind of would rather just go to a regular season game.
Yeah.
But either way.
No, either way, it's so fun.
Yeah,
Especially
exactly.
in Florida, whatever, dude.
Yeah. But so I mean, what are we gonna do here, Tony, for picks now? I mean, we always gotta have something. I mean, what are we doing?
Oh, what do you want to do? You want to do like dinner or something?
Yeah, dinner, Sakara, or give me something. Give me something else.
To be honest, honestly, I haven't been to Sakura in a while.
All right.
It's always a good time.
Yeah.
Now that we're talking about it, I could go right now to get some sushi and
The onion soup.
shrimp.
All right. So July 9th, deadline.
July 9th.
Sakura. Baseball picks continue on, but a reset. And let's just lead it off, Tony.
All right. Let me look at the games here. I was not expecting this.
I mean,
let's see what we got today.
when was the last time we had a show where there was no picks? I mean, it's been a long time.
It's been at least like 3 months, at least.
It feels like
more than
more,
that,
yeah.
because the first bet was from like
for the Rangers, and that was
like from like the middle of the season to like the start of baseball or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was crazy long, dude.
Yeah, that was nuts. That
We
was
were like
nuts.
50 and 50 or whatever we were, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
But hey, I'm just saying, I finally did hit my stride.
Yeah,
But
there
taking
we
the
go,
Yankees
dude.
every night, I mean, that'll help.
no, that I took the Mets every night.
Yeah,
Which, bode well for the most part.
for the most.
For the most part. All right, let's see what we got, dude. Pretty decent slate here. Yankees Twins, huh, dude? No, I'll let you have that one. Dude, I mean, it's just really too easy going against the Nationals. On the verge of getting swept by the Marlins here. However, Steven Strasburg is starting for the Nationals tonight.
Destiny.
Yeah, give me 7 shutout innings from Steven Strasburg.
You don't think they're gonna baby him off?
No,
off
I
the
do
end?
not. I think he's going to be so hot that they're going to need him.
Okay.
Give me the heavy hitter, Steven Strasburg. We'll go 9 Ks, maybe 3 hits, a walk. After 7, he's done. But nonetheless, I'll say they defeat Miami. I'll give him 3-1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bold, Tony.
It is bold, but Strasburg, I got a feeling about it tonight.
I've always been a Strasburg fan too.
I know. How could you not, dude?
It kind of too. I mean, is it just me? I mean, I don't know how long the contract extends, but I imagine after the season he still has like 3 years.
At least.
But it does kind of seem like it's now or never in terms of him getting it together, turning it around, and being that pitcher that was part of a World Series championship team.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I hope he can do it, honestly, because there definitely is a big question mark there in terms if he can. But obviously, time will tell. And you did mention the Yankees Twins, and I did mention Garrett Cole versus Dylan Bundy. And what a better pitcher to have on the mound coming off a tough loss. I think he's riled up. He wants to set the tone here. And I think the Yankee bats, after yesterday, only 4 hits, it seems like too for a big ballpark, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tony, but the ball really has been carrying there the last couple games.
Yeah, like really well. Windy?
I guess, but more just maybe a product of heat. And then also if you think about it, like especially when we start the season and end the season, it's so cold there. So I think just the stark difference of the warm weather that you're not used to seeing there really just makes the ball travel more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's a huge park. At least it appears that way to me. But anyway, I think what's key here is getting 7 strong from Cole, 10 strikeouts, 1 earned. I want to say offensively, DJ LeMahieu leading the charge, maybe 3 for 5, couple doubles, 3 RBIs. Aaron Judge, he didn't homer last night. You know what that means. Law of averages, hitting 2 tonight, actually. So another multi-home run game for Judge. Give me the Yankees 7-4. Clay Holmes, who hasn't been used in a couple days, or feels like almost a week maybe, gets his, I believe, 9th save of the season, slamming the door. And the Yankees win yet another series. Look out for that Aaron Judge series victory video that will be available on Twitter and Instagram later on. He does it for every series highlights, hyping up the series victory.
Who does it?
Aaron Judge.
No, who makes the video?
He does.
No way.
Yeah, he does.
He's not editing that together. He's paying someone.
From his account. What do you want to say? Social media manager?
I don't know. He might have one. He's got to have one. A lot of these athletes do. But that's very impressive for him. We're all very impressed with Aaron Judge's Instagram account. But no, I couldn't imagine. Dude, like you were saying, like the Yankees have to come out like just torching the Twins, dude. Absolutely torching them. Like Garrett Cole lights out. It should be, what the score was last night. It should be the opposite tonight.
It should.
It really should be.
That's kind of what I'm predicting, pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyway,
dude. Let's stick in the NL East here. Braves are hosting the Pirates. Brubaker on the mound for the Pirates. 0-5 on the season. I think he has like a 4-something ERA. I forget what it said, but nonetheless, 4.70 ERA. 24 walks over 52 2/3 innings. However, Max Fried has been pitching way more. He has 69 innings pitched this season on the 69 day. I don't know if you knew that, but today's a 69 day. 61 Ks over 69 innings. What are you looking at that for? It's 6-9. It's like June 6th. Or June 9th, rather, 6-9.
All right. I'm just
Not
waiting to hear what you'd say. Tony, have I ever confused you for a stand-up comedian?
I don't know. Have you?
Lighten up, bud.
Anyway, dude. I'm feeling, Max Fried coming out, having a great time. Pretty lights out against Pittsburgh. I couldn't imagine any offensive tool they would have that hit well against him. And then maybe Kelly Jansen, just to, kind of really just close it out nice and easy tonight. Give me the Braves. No, give me 6-1.
I think a part of you is getting a little nervous about this Braves team. Seem like they're
of course,
up.
dude.
Mets
yes.
obviously look like they're going the other direction.
What are Braves on, like 6 in a row, 7 in a row? I think
it's 7 because didn't they shellac them last night?
Yeah.
So something to keep an eye out for sure. A lot of talent over there. Ian Anderson finally having a nice outing. Really can't get a read on
Connecticut
him.
boy.
Yeah, I know we kind of alluded to this maybe yesterday.
Right.
But what are your thoughts there? Do you think he could possibly be one of those guys that has talent, but against good hitting teams, he just doesn't have it?
I guess I could answer this. Hey, Maurice Fabiani, you're live on the Sports Port. What do you want to talk about? Oh, no, I screwed it up.
Baby.
Hey, Reese.
Reese, how are you?
Reese, who's winning the Rangers game tonight?
The Rangers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Rangers. they're winning that shit for sure.
Oh, for sure, dude. So yeah, what did you want to talk about today, man?
I'm talking about a Sacred Heart men's rugby alumni golf outing.
Oh,
Golf. You're talking to the right people.
Yeah, Barnes loves that.
Yeah, we're thinking Great River Golf Club.
Great River. Outstanding course.
Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart, owning it.
Of course.
Yeah.
What day do you have your eyes on for this one?
Well, it's got to be sometime in the fall. I mean, we gotta act fast. We gotta figure out what our schedules look like, and just putting feelers out there.
Nice, dude. And I'm sure maybe you're looking for some sponsors. Maybe LA Barnaby could sponsor
and I was going to
something.
mention there definitely is an opportunity there. Just make sure September 8th is actually a golf tournament LA Barnaby is sponsoring, and Downtime will have a presence there as well. So just make sure, as long as it's not that date, we're good to go.
Awesome. Yeah. So I was just looking to try to get some feelers for numbers and stuff. I'm thinking about 40 alumni would be there, and then there's got to be another, God knows how many other supporters that would want to come and play around with it.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely count me in. Tony, I mean, we'll have to talk to him. Maybe do a
I'll
little
obviously
convincing.
be there, dude. Come on. But all right, Reese. We're doing the show right now, so I'll call you after. Dude.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for calling, Reese.
Peace.
Peace. That was nice.
Yeah.
There we go. Ask and you shall receive. Golf outing. Let's
There we go. But I mean, I want to play multiple times before then. Has Jay played this season?
No, Jay is not.
Okay. But he's looking to, basically.
Yes, I was talking to him about it last night.
Do you know in the past, like, has he been a Fairchild guy or?
Yeah, definitely more of a Fairchild guy. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, I think the course has improved a little bit over the last couple of years, and it's just one of those things where at least you go there, you can have a range of skill of golf.
Right.
It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's not one of those stiff type of uptight courses.
I hate that, dude.
Yeah. But at the same time, the one thing I hate, and I feel like you would agree, depending how many beers you had before the round, we get annoyed with this. I just can't think, listen, I don't care how bad you are. We've all been there, me included. But the people that take so long, hold up the whole course, and it's just like they'll all huddle around like their buddy's ball and then not go to theirs on the other side of the course, or they will, and they won't bring a club. So they'll walk all the way out there, then go all the way back. And it's just like by the end of the round, I mean, it's an extra hour and a half.
Yeah, that sounds a little ridiculous. I've never encountered that per se. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're slow, that's fine. Just be respectful, obviously. Be cognizant.
Well, it's more if you're bad, that's fine. But if you can still just hit the ball. Like, go to it. Go to your
right.
ball.
No, that's what I mean. Like, just be cognizant that people
exactly.
are behind me. And I'm taking a while. So
and I'm just surprised you haven't seen that. Like, I could see that in New York because I've played at a few courses there. And it's like they get packed all the time. So I'm surprised you haven't, like Staten Island, maybe a Saturday, 6-hour round. I'm surprised you haven't seen one of those.
Yeah, well, I haven't really played that often on Staten Island. I didn't play that much at all before I came to Sacred Heart. So
notice you said Sacred Heart, not Connecticut. That's something Michael would say. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Not wanting to give credit. No? Would he not say that?
Well, where's Sacred Heart, Brian?
You tell me.
It's in Connecticut, Brian.
Oh, man. It's good to have a laugh, Tony. Anyhow.
So, yeah, I guess, the one time I had an issue, it was actually at the Live Free golf tournament.
Okay.
And these dudes were like there was people in front of us that were taking really, going really slow, right? So we didn't want to be rude and play up on them. So we just kind of went at their pace as well. But then the guys behind us
were tight.
Literally, I'm on the fairway.
Yeah.
And there's a ball getting hit rolling right next to me.
Wow.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Real quick, because I know we're getting off course here. I know you'll get a kick out of this.
I really are, by the way, yeah.
I want to say it was 8 or 9 years ago. Okay, and this course isn't even in existence. I went bankrupt. Woodbridge Country Club used to be private. Then the town bought it over. Couldn't maintain it. I think there's weeds growing all over it. They're trying to do condos, whatever the case may be. But number 10, downhill par 4. You can't see the bottom of the fairway. So it was my turn, and I'm just there with my dad.
They didn't have one of those looky things?
No, nothing. So I didn't see anybody. So I hit, and it was one of those rare times where everything just lines up. Drilled it. I mean, downhill especially, might have honestly went 280, 290. And I guess it rolled up, maybe hit the guy's cart in front of us. I didn't see it till I got down there. So we drive down the fairway, okay? This big guy, probably honestly approaching 300 pounds, storming out of the cart, ball in his hand, swearing, saying he's going to kick my ass, like, what the fuck, like all this stuff, like threatening me, and basically saying he wanted to fight. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, I didn't see you. It was an accident. And then I'm there with my dad. My dad, like, steps out and just looks at him, and then the guy just, like, backs off and like, just drives away. But it's like, people are insane. Like, you think I'm gonna want to fight you over a golf ball?
Yeah,
like,
really.
Are you kidding me?
Must have been a hell of a shot, though, huh?
Oh, yeah. It was a pipe. I mean, because downhill, Tony. I mean,
right.
A steep downhill, you hit it 220, it might roll to 300, honestly, depending on the angle. So, just thought I would share that. If you were there, too, you would have gotten quite the chuckle.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
But anyhow, back to the picks. So, you mentioned the Braves. I'm going to go with the Giants. Logan Webb and me and my buddy were disputing this the other day. He started like, oh, he's so nasty. Like, and I'm like, listen, I never said he wasn't nasty. But this year, 3.81, coming off the season he had last year, it's been a little underwhelming for me. There's been some clunkers mixed in there. But what a perfect way to get back on track at home versus a Rockies team that I just don't think has a leg to stand on here. I think the Giants are a lot better. And have scored surprisingly at a lot higher rate, just haven't gotten the pitching results that they did last year. But I think tonight's a night where they do get both. I'm going to say Yastrzemski, 3 home runs, making Yaz proud somewhere. And the Giants, off of a Logan Webb 3-hit shutout, defeat the Rockies 6-0.
Ooh. All right, dude. My next game, I'm a little torn, honestly, at who to pick, but I'm going to go to LA. The Angels are now on a 13-game losing skid. 14-game losing skid.
Just crazy.
Which is just crazy. Do we know the longest losing streak ever?
No, but I want to say
it's got to be like way more than that.
I would think around 20, 21, potentially.
33.
Oh, you looked it up?
No.
Oh, that was just a guess.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'll look it up. But
yeah, that's what I was alluding to. Yes, Brian. Thank you. Anyway, Nick Pivetta on the mound for the Red Sox. Been pitching pretty well. Seems like his last outing was against Oakland. He pitched 7 shutout innings, only 2 walks, 7 Ks. The outing before that against the Orioles, 6 innings, 1 earned run, 5 Ks. Before that, Chicago, hit him up a little bit, 6 innings. Well, 3 earned runs, 6 innings, not bad. And he pitched a full game, it seems, earlier this season in May against Houston, winning 5-1. He pitched a full 9-inning game, 1 earned run, giving up 2 hits. He seems to be, possibly the best starting pitcher on the Red Sox right now, I feel. Right? I mean, I really couldn't imagine, like, Eovaldi really hasn't been playing.
Sale get hurt again?
Yeah.
Is he done?
I don't know. I haven't really heard much,
anything,
but I have heard that he's gotten hurt, which is just absolutely so sad for him. And you look at Nick Pivetta, and now, the only thing I'm thinking of is like, oh, Ohtani's on the mound, really could do anything. Angels aren't going to be losing forever. I'd be interested to see if Trout's in the lineup today, too, since he's day-to-day. I'm sure he'll be in the lineup.
1961 Phillies, 23-game losing streak.
Damn. Phillies.
Yeah.
Anyway, I get just give me the Red Sox, I guess. I would say, Pivetta does another good job. Maybe 7 innings, 1 earned run. I could see Ohtani hanging around, too, in terms of pitching. Maybe a little bit of a bounce back outing for him after, a few times he struggled, I feel. But nonetheless, I feel like Boston can take it. Tight one, 4-2.
All right. So make that 15 in a row for the Angels. I am going to take the Brewers here. Corbin Burns, one of the best pitchers in the league the last couple of years, starting against Zach Eflin. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
I think the Brewers are going to make him look like Zach Efron, trying to get some major league hitters out tonight. I'm going to say Yelich. We've been waiting for it. We've been waiting for it for Yelich. This is the 3-home run game. And then he emphatically says, post-game after a 15-4 victory, I'm back, baby. And Corbin Burns, 7 innings, 14 strikeouts, no earned. They bring in a position player to close it out. He gives up a couple of dingers late to Schwarber. And a guy, Tony, I feel like you don't have your eye on, but I want you to keep your eye out for him. Shortstop on the Phillies, Bryce Stout, former first-round pick, 2019.
Really?
Bryson Stout, or Stott, however you want to pronounce it, 4 for 4 last night, including a home run. So
He's been killing it recently too, like not even just last night. I feel
last couple games.
Yeah.
Coming up because Johan Camargo just got placed on the injured list, so kind of taking his spot. But let's just go one more, Tony. Give me something quick.
One more, all right, real quick. One more. So what do you have left? Dodgers, White Sox.
Yeah.
Cardinals, Rays, Diamondbacks,
Reds, and then the Guardians,
Athletics,
Orioles, Royals.
Who's pitching for the Orioles?
Jordan Lyles.
This guy, Chris Bubick, huh? Not so hot. 9.33 ERA. That's crazy, dude. Oh, yeah, give me the Orioles. Why not? I feel like one of the few times I feel like you could even go with them once they're playing the Yankees. Kansas City, Chris Bubick, I want to say it is.
Yep.
0-3 on the season. Not doing so well with 6 games started here, 18 and 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 19 earned runs in 18 1/3 innings. 13 Ks though. Giving up 5 home runs, 24 hits. Jeez, dude. That's pretty gnarly. But regardless, I would say the way Jordan Lyles pitches, although 4.5 ERA, nothing really crazy, but it's Santander.
Austin Hayes, I feel like is a player.
I feel like
could be a player for the Mets potentially this year.
A lot of players could be.
I mean, do you know Hayes though? Are you familiar with him? Austin Hayes?
Was he on Tampa Bay a while ago?
No, I think it's the Oriole organization. I think he had like 27 home runs last year.
Oh,
an underrated guy. He's performed well. So he's 26, and he was drafted by the Orioles 2016. Last year, 131 games. He hit 22 home runs, 71 RBIs.
Wow.
292 this year, slugging 467. 826 OPS. So
That's a Met.
Sounds like a Met.
They'll definitely want to get rid of them, but not after they shellacked Kansas City Royals. Give me 5-0.
Give me St. Louis Cardinals, 110 start, Miles Mikolas on the hill today. And I just think, it just seems like a good spot. McClanahan, I think he struggled last start. Mikolas, great start to the year, but the last 2 games he's combined to give up 10 runs, only going 10 2/3 innings. So I think law of averages, he turns it around, gives them 7 innings of 4-hit ball.
Oh, yeah?
1 earned run, striking out 6, no walks. Paul Goldschmidt, 5 hits tonight, including 2 home runs and 7 RBIs in a rout
ridiculous
at
season.
the Trop. And the Cardinals take it 17-5.
So,
and now let's go to the world of the National Hockey League.
In they come, Kevin, what a save by Vasilevsky! Are you kidding me?
McAvoy, Frederick, did you get the license plate number on that truck? McDavid, beautiful move.
You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal.
Let's go! I don't even know what to say.
You're welcome, Brian. I'm trying to
really-
amp you up here. All right,
really-
this is it, dude.
really hurt my
This is it,
ears
dude.
a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm gonna
good.
just turn the volume down a little bit, but obviously tonight, Game 5 at the Garden, very pivotal. The series
To say the least.
tied it to a piece, and obviously disappointing from the Rangers' standpoint. Just because you're up 2-0, you're leading 2-0 in Game 3 in Tampa. You don't win either game. We obviously have talked about it, a decent amount. However, it's about tonight. It's about taking advantage of this opportunity. We've alluded to this, over the past, few days that we're expecting to take advantage, but it's just a very nerve-wracking situation just from the standpoint of there's no margin for error. But we do know that luck will be on their side, and just a lot of fan support in terms of crowd at the Garden. I'm expecting a sellout. The lowest ticket price, over $400 to sit in the 400 section. So obviously the interest is there, and I'm expecting a big Yankee/John Boy presence tonight. So I think we're going to see Talking Jake. I think we're going to see John Boy himself. We're going to see Josie McFly. And then, of course, we are going to see the one, the only, Mariano Rivera, number 42, in the crowd. And he's come up big before for the save in the previous series. I think what a better time for him to return to the Garden and bring some luck the Rangers' way. And I just think it sets up for an outstanding game for your New York Rangers. And tell me I'm wrong, Tony. And I know, we've had some tight games this postseason. I don't think this is going to be one of them. I think they're so fired up, so wanting to take advantage of this situation, so wanting to get back into the driver's seat. I think this is going to be 7-3, and maybe one of those goals is an empty netter at the end of the game. I think 2 goals apiece for Zibanejad and Kreider. And we're going to see Artemi Panarin with possibly a playoff record, 6 assists tonight. So just keep that in mind. Shesterkin only needs to have 20 saves because the defense is that good. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, sir.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong about the Mariano John Boy shit.
Number
maybe.
42.
Oh my
Mariano
God, dude.
Rivera, number 42. Bob Shepard. You don't love him.
Anyway, dude.
You don't love Bob Shepard?
No, yeah. I enjoy Bob Shepard, Brian.
I wish he was still with us. Obviously, it's been about 12 years now.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue on.
Anyway,
You're not going to write down the time for the Mariano Rivera? Seems like a good soundbite, no?
I don't think I really wanted to.
Oh, my God.
50, probably like 56.
Yeah, just make a note. I think especially, knock on wood, we're talking Stanley Cup Finals. I think we're going to revisit that one, Tony.
Put that one down, Brian.
Carry on.
Obviously, pretty tough contest here tonight. The Rangers back at the Garden, obviously. Not necessarily the position, we were hoping to be after going up, 2-0 from the first 2 games. However, we won the first 2 at the Garden. We're back at the Garden. The storyline here with them, all the hype has been about how well they play at the Garden, how great they are at home. They're 8-0 or 7-1, whatever it is. They haven't lost a game at home since the first series, and that's all well and dandy. But, I mean, when it comes down to brass tacks, you just have to take care of business. And, obviously Tampa Bay has a lot going for them, one of them being momentum, another one being the Rangers are having a couple of injuries in the team. And, of course, coming to the Garden, it will be obviously a change of pace from being in Tampa Bay, but when it comes down to it, the Rangers will still have to play their game regardless of who's in the stands. And I think that starts with our offense, honestly. I mean, we've played such good defense, I feel, the last game. Besides, the couple mistakes of leaving Kucherov pretty much out in the open to score on Shesterkin. But, if we limit those sort of opportunities, We did a great job on the penalty kill, a decent job on the power play. It was 5-on-5 that has been killing us the past 2 games. And of course, it will be tough with, I want to say, the starting lineup hasn't been out yet, but I want to say Strome will be starting. Hedl likely to be out, I want to say.
Not playing.
I would say so. I mean, not
Okay.
much was even disclosed about his injury. Gallant was just kind of like, we'll kind of see sort of deal. But I mean, obviously, Shesterkin's going to be on it. There's, been a lot of obviously, comparing him to Vasilevsky. I think Shesterkin has been challenged more than Vasilevsky, and because of that, I think he really is still the better goaltender here. It should be interesting to see, honestly, how the Rangers respond here tonight. But I do think it's going to start with your veterans. I think if Hedl isn't playing and you break up that kid line, I don't think they have the experience enough to just start working well together with a different mix of forwards and everything, right? Perhaps it'll work, but I think this is going to be one of the games where you rely on your veterans, kind of like what you were saying. The Kreider, the Zibanejad, even I mean, obviously Strome is new to the Rangers, but he's been in the league for a while. Same thing with Reeves. I know Panarin's been taking a lot of slack, but I was looking at it. I think he has like 6 points in his last 7 games.
But one of those is a goal 1 or 2 points?
Yeah, they're all 1.
They're all 1. Okay,
all
so
one,
one
yeah.
of those obviously being a garbage time goal.
Yes, of course, but nonetheless, he's been doing pretty well in terms of his ability to assist. Mostly Zibanejad, I would probably say on those assists here. But regardless, I think that obviously limiting Tampa Bay's offensive opportunities, but making quick plays through the neutral zone. Because I feel like that's what we had an issue last game, was getting through the neutral zone. And if we maybe have some close support where you can make short, quick passes up the side of the ice, you'll be able to break that neutral zone. Tampa Bay won't be able to really defend it. And if they do try to, they'll be bunching up their defensemen. Hopefully some guy on the opposite side of the ice will be open, sort of deal. Because I feel like that's something we didn't do, is that, kind of close support. We were just kind of lazily, having a defenseman skate up into the neutral zone, looking for a long pass to the blue line or something. It should be quick, short passes. I feel like that's what we have to take advantage of here. Stopping Victor Hedman would be nice, although that's kind of a hard task. Obviously, easier said than done. But I think what might be easier and something we can contain is Steven Stamkos. I mean, yeah, he's a great player, but I mean, his goals this series have been almost wide open. I feel like you can't be leaving him wide open for a slap shot. He's got pinpoint accuracy. You have to contain him. And I think, with that, it'll be an easy W, Brian.
Are you agreeing with me score-wise, or?
What would you say for sure?
I believe I said 7-3.
7-3. Yeah, why not? Let's call it 7-3.
Empty netter at the end for Tampa.
Yeah.
Make it seem a little closer.
Yeah, we'll see.
Honestly though, if you're if it all we have a comment here from Brian Barnaby. Mariano Rivera, number 42. Mariano Rivera.
I think you're losing it, dude.
Oh, stop. But Tony, if you had to let me know here, percentage that we see some type of video in time for tomorrow's show showing number 42, Mariano Rivera, in the crowd. What would you, percentage-wise? I mean, give me something.
Of the crowd of tonight's game?
Yeah, of him being at the game.
Oh, and you want me to cut something up for that?
No.
Oh, a video on Barstool, whatever.
What I'm saying is just the fact that he'll be there. That was my question. Like, what would you give the percentage that he's in attendance tonight?
69%.
I mean, perfect day for it, no?
It really is, dude.
So pumped up for that. Just absolutely cannot wait. So it'll be interesting. Obviously, it's just a huge spot. But you just have to feel like this is their night. They're gonna rebound, and I just can't wait to see them get past that point. And then it's on to Tampa for Game 6 after that. So either way, it's on to Tampa for Game 6. But we're in New York tonight. Let's take care of business.
Must win.
last thing here. I mean, are you a little offended? Tampa -125 favorite.
I mean, offended at this point? No, I don't think so. They've been shortchanging the Rangers. I think all postseason, and obviously, Rangers were not, I guess, predicted to go this deep into the playoffs, let alone, convincingly make the playoffs. So, I can see why Vegas is gonna be like, oh, the momentum, 2 cups in a row, Tampa Bay.
Trap.
Absolutely, dude.
I mean,
do not take Tampa Bay tonight.
Absolutely.
Which is kind of surprising, given the fact, the Rangers' record at home in the postseason here. But nonetheless, Vegas will be Vegas. They think they know all. But gosh darn it, they're going to be losing a lot of money tonight, dude.
And you know what you could say? I mean, if you were to, possibly throw a couple shekels up there, could be a nice payday, no? I just wanted to get the odds on that real quick. I wish we had more time to go through it in depth, Tony, but did you catch any of the NBA Finals Game 3 last night? Celtics taking that 2-1 series lead.
Believe it or not, Brian, I did actually.
Any thoughts?
I watched maybe almost the first half.
Okay.
Dude, I was asking Mike his name too. What's his name? What's his last name? Williams.
Robert Williams, the center on the Celtics.
Center on the Celtics.
Yeah.
He's quite the specimen, dude. He's very athletic, blocking shots left and right. Phenomenal bounce too. He's a very impressive player to watch. Very fun to watch. But I will say, obviously, Celtics got off to a pretty early lead. It was I want to say it was 25-6 or something.
Something along those
lines. And I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, dude, I'm going to come back from here. And it was honestly pretty funny because I feel like the refs started calling a lot of fouls in favor of Golden State for a little while in the second quarter. And I was like, oh my God, dude, this is such bullshit. But nonetheless, I believe by the second quarter, I think Tatum started getting hot, banging some threes. Steph Curry was pretty cold, honestly.
Hot start. Ended up actually with 31.
Which isn't terrible, but I feel the hot start, and then, I don't know, maybe trying to do too much. Obviously, the Celtics defense played a role. Clay seemed to heat up a little bit too, but then kind of cool off as well during the game. I think
Clay at 25.
Yeah, 25. I think in the beginning he had 3 threes, to kind of maybe the first quarter,
and ended up going 5 of 13, so missing a lot on the stretch.
Yeah,
it's tough. And
that's tough.
Mr. Triple Single himself, Draymond Green, 2 points, -13, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, talking a lot of smack.
Yeah, he fouled out, I think too, right?
Fouled out,
dude. He is such a jackass.
No, but I'm not kidding. Literally, because he's not full time, obviously, but as far as anybody I've ever heard in any sport as an analyst, number one, the most annoying analyst I've ever heard in my whole life.
I've never seen him analyze.
He goes to TNT,
really?
If the Warriors were eliminated, he would be on the coverage now.
That's disgusting. Because I've obviously heard interviews of him speak, and
it's
shut
up,
horrible,
dude. This isn't 2015. You're not the player that you used to be. And I don't want to hear that, it's not your role to score. You don't need to score. Well, you lose a game by 16. I think the Warriors could have used a couple more points from you.
Yeah. 2 points, dude?
Yeah. Atrocious. Absolutely ferocious, atrocious. However you want to say it, Tony. A complete embarrassment.
Ferocious.
Complete embarrassment. I mean, it's that simple. You feel like this one's over?
No. I still don't think so.
You think it's going to go 7?
Yeah, I think it's going to go 7. The NBA wants to go 7.
Hopefully we're done with the 7 days off in between.
That would be nice.
Yeah, dude. What are we at? 2-1 right now?
2-1.
I can't believe that, dude.
How about this? That, obviously Boston, first round of the playoffs, played the Nets, swept them. I mean, tell me that doesn't feel like it was in January, right?
It was in January.
Right or no?
Yeah, no, it really does, dude. It's honestly so stupid and annoying. The NHL are going to play the conference finals in the cup by the time they're over.
Yeah. literally. And one thing, I guess, Curry, a little banged up, limping, says he'll be all right. Doesn't feel like he's going to miss a game. So just something to keep an eye out for. Obviously, he's had an extensive injury history.
Right.
So that would really be the Peruvial. I'm not
The Peruvial what?
Nail in the coffin. Whatever.
Peruvial, I believe it is.
Perennial.
No, it's not perennial.
No, what's the thing? Like I really thought. All right.
Peruvial.
Well,
Peruvial. Look it up. Peruvial.
No. I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up. I don't give a shit.
Peruvial. Perennial. I really think it's perennial. Honestly, I feel like what it's just
Proverbial.
Nail in the coffin. If he's out, of course, Sam will tell. And I was just gonna get back to everybody.
Dude.
Rangers plus 105 on the money line, so not getting too much extra, but the icing on the case. I think you throw a couple shekels, still would be a nice payday. No,
Oh,
no, would it not be a nice?
no,
payday?
it would be a nice payday, dude. You really enjoyed that soundbite today, huh?
Throw a couple shekels up there, could be a nice payday. I mean, geez, how long was I gonna have to wait for that one?
I know, dude.
The legend that is Evander Kane, Tony.
I still don't think it's as good as Luka. That soundbite, that feels like it was in January.
The legend that is Luka Doncic. Dude, I was rolling the first time I heard that. That was just so funny.
So funny.
That was great. That was great.
We were talking about hockey still?
No, I mean that's really all I got. I mean, anything on the horizon for you, Tony, on the way out here?
On the horizon today?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, we do have Paul Paps coming into the studio today to record an episode of The Dream is Free. Obviously, it's not live, so you guys won't see it today. However, be on the lookout for it on our YouTube channel. We just dropped yesterday Dream is Free episode with Dana Buckmere. She's a local author who has published 2 books now. Obviously, Amazon, Barnes Nobles, book signings, whatever. But that was cool. And then, yeah, definitely be on the lookout for Paul Paps. If you guys don't know who he is, executive producer of Dan Patrick's show. Obviously, very close friend of Dan Patrick's been in some Adam Sandler movies. And also, most notably to us, he was a professor in our grad program.
Gotta love it.
Cigar University.
Wow. So, Shoe. Once again.
Shoe. Who
Everything
knew?
goes back to Shoe. But once again, an absolutely outstanding episode. We really appreciate everybody joining us today and continue to comment, like, and subscribe. Checking out the archives on the YouTube page. Come on. And we know what Tony's dressed like in some of those videos. Oh, Mr. Poo-Poo. He could be dressed like Mr. Poo-Poo. He could be asking trivia questions in Salem. And Tony in costume. There we go. As well as the spring collection, downtimetv.com. But let's go Yankees. Let's go Rangers. Let's go Mets. And let's have a great night, everybody. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day. And we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.